Hi everyone. So today we'll be looking into the strategy performance for the August month. So let me go to the details. So these are the different strategies which I have run for this financial year, and the ones in the gray are the ones which I discontinued. Uh, so this month, if we see, these are the ones. Let me filter out the ones which ran in August. So these are the strategies which were being run in the August month, and if I just see the absolute profit, and again it might be different for different lots. So this is Bank Nifty 200 point directional strategy, which made around 65,000, and these all whatever you are seeing here is after the deduction of brokerage and other charges. So this is kind of an intraday strategy, and it is detailed in my blog. Uh, this is one of the oldest strategies which I am running. This BNC PE around 200 point and stop loss is 40 points. So is the and starts at 9:30 in the morning, and it is a directional one. Like if market trends on one direction, then it works. But if market starts in one direction and then reverses it, then it goes into loss. So most of the time it be in the loss only. And last year it was fine, but this year it went into the drawdown period of long time, like around. So if we just see the back testing, it was not in drawdown for that long. I mean, it was in drawdown for around 138 days. But for the actual trades, like this strategy I'm running from September last year, it was in drawdown for 204 days and came out of drawdown in August month. The only thing why I kept running was because it in backtesting it had one of the highest average monthly profit, means in terms of the past performance, and also the loss. The drawdown was hovering around 6K, so it never went beyond that. So that was one of the reason to continue it, and this month it worked well, means in August month. And then seeing the other strategies, yeah, this real day short volatility strategy where I sell standard one day before the results are about to be declared. It did well, and again here how I have so this uses the overnight margin. So even though I have considered around 8 lakh as margin, considering 4 lakh per lot for some companies like BHEL, and there are few other where one lot will have a margin of around 3 lakh, and then sometimes will be taking two lots per day, and half of that margin should be in the cash. And if don't have that margin in cash, then anyway there'll be some interest charges which you will have to pay. So it is that kind of strategy, but yeah, kind of risky one, but gave good returns in August. So then the other one was Nifty OTM2 Strangle. So if we see the last month in July, it didn't work that well. It was at a break even, and this is also intraday strategy where OTM2 Strangle is taken just at the market start, and then it is fired of around 12:30 with some MTMSL, so as to reduce the loss if the market start trending from the beginning itself. And then we have FinNifty expiry day and FinNifty Iron Condor expiry day. So both are on the same principle, like non-directional ones on the expiry day with some MTMSL, and Iron Condor is like you just buy some two or three or four or five strike away lags to reduce the margin. So the return becomes more for the same number of lots because the margin reduces. So those did well. But if you see the for this expiry day, so the Iron Condor was kind of a new addition. But this other expiry day is being run from April onwards, and we can see like June and July were not so good days for it or months for it. So it worked well this month, but in the past it was not doing that well. Then the range breakout Bank Nifty buy. This was a new, not a new. I used to run it last year, but then I restarted it again this year. So it worked well. At two lots, it gave around 22K, and it is just like you have to just buy at one time and sell at the time. So very less charges. So and that way it was kind of efficient. But if you see this strategy, like now why I didn't go for more lots, say yeah, one reason is I have another buy strategy where I have two more lots, which also gave good this year, this month. But the going to the region, if we again go to the blog, so this strategy is listed out there, Bank Nifty range breakout by system, and in my blog, like as there is a structure, like it talks about the strategy, then there is a backtesting details, and then the actual trade details which I take, and also it is listed like from when to when I was trading it and when did I stop it and if I restarted it. So there are few strategies which keep coming back depending on how they are doing now, and some are continuously running and some are stopped. So that's how my trading works. So in this, if we see now, if we see the MDD, so this MDD value for this strategy reached around 20K or to say 21K in 2022. So I had stopped it by then, but if I would have continued, like say two lots, it would go near to the 40K. So that is again one factor which we need to consider. Like say if someone just want to jump with 10 lots, then they should be they can again go to a loss of 2 lakh before it recovers that loss. And again, some strategies they will recover, but some will not. So there is always chance. So if you take risk, maybe sometimes you will uh, would get good returns also, but sometimes you might lose money also, and that's how. So here, if you see the second table, here it gives the Kelly ratio. So you can read about it in Google by searching it. But this gives an indication like if the ratio is small, then it's better to have smaller lots. If ratio is bigger, then the it can you can execute the strategies at higher lots. So that's how I decided. And again, it all depends on the returns, the MDD. It has the formula which considers all of that. So if a study has lower MDD, then the Kelly ratio will be higher, and vice versa. So as you can see, like the actuals are matching with the backtesting for this year, and the region being means I've shifted to Quantiply. In this earlier part, I was trading it in TradeTron, and where I used to take trade based on the spot level, not on the CEP at the time of start, time of monitoring start. Like it starts from 9:30 to 11 o'clock. So it takes trade in 9:30 ATM CERP, but In TradeTron, when I was executing it, it used to monitor the Bank Nifty spot price from 9:30 to 11 and take a trade at the ATM whenever the breakout happens. So that was the difference. But now that difference is not much. So the backtesting says 13K for August month, but actuals is around 12K, which is kind of not that away. I mean, as for the Bank Nifty buy strategy, and again the slippage is 0.5%, which is default at stock mark. So that was for this Bank Nifty buy, and I have one more strategy which I didn't execute, but it is again the Bank Nifty buy strategy, but at a lower MDD. So that is again Bank Nifty momentum buy system, which I have listed on my blog. So here, if we see, it's a momentum buy. Like if CE or PE, which you are monitoring, it increase is by 15%, then you take a trade, and then you have certain stop loss. Seeing that, I think this is having a trailing stop loss also. The other one, the range breakout one, doesn't have a trailing stop loss, but a hard stop loss of 75 points. So this has a trailing stop loss to minimize the drawdown. So that way, this one is better because it has like if you see the drawdowns are less than 8K. So that way it is better to follow. And again, you can see like it also gave around 9.5K in the backtesting. Means I was not executing it. So, but it's better to execute this one as compared to that one. But Kelly ratio is almost similar, so maybe not much difference. And again, the capital here is not the capital needed just to buy the lot, but it is like 3 times of MDD. Because for buying, say it buys, uh, so it buys, I think, Nifty CP trading near to 100. So assuming 125 points where it buys and 15 per lot, it will be just 1000 rupees per, means around 1000 to 2000 for buying a lot. But so it will be 15 into 125, yeah, around 2000 to buy one lot. But generally, we should take 3 times of MDD, the past MDD, because it can always go into MDD 2 times or three, means for a buy strategy. So that's better to take 3 times of the MDD, which is like around 24, and I've added this amount to come this 1875 to come up with this, and based on that, these returns are arrived at. Means even then it looks good. Only problem might be slippage. If slippage is very high, it might reduce the profit, or it might increase the this MDD a lot. So that was about this range breakout Bank Nifty buy, and then again this Bank Nifty 100-point strangle, which I am executing from around past year. So it was so and so, means not much profit. So this is the one. If we go into my blog, this is the one. This Bank Nifty 100-point strangle re-execute 2 times wait and trade 2 points TSL 10. So it has many conditions, and because it has so many conditions, the backtesting always varies. So in backtesting, you can see for a given lot. So again, the backtesting details are without taking into consideration any brokerage or any charges, trading charges, just the profit or loss without including that. So it is 5K around. But in my actuals, if you see, it is the profit is around 1.5K. So a lot of difference there. And it varies for the months where we have lot of spikes, because the stop loss is 25% and that to TSL. So it is prone to the spikes. So the months which have more spikes will have more difference between the back testing and the actuals. But as it is doing good without means even the actuals, it's continuing there. So that is on this one. Then Bank Nifty ATM plus OTM2 in the first half of August, it was doing good. But then in last week of August, it didn't do that well because market was trending and it made some losses there. And these two strategies are again like adjustment based. We have multiple adjustment and intraday, so they have more charges. We'll see on the charges detail also, like how it looks like strategy wise. And then this Bank Nifty expiry day OTM1 strangle auto adjust at 120 point move and underlying. So again, this didn't do that well. It's 10k only. Again, this being executed at 12 lots. So this one 16 lot, this 12 lots. So not much profit there. And the Nifty expiry day ATM straddle at 11:30. It again means it was at a lesser lots, 4 to 5, I think 5 to 6 of average. So it just did okay. Not much to talk about there. Then indicator based Bank Nifty buy, again it is a strategy which has been taken from somewhere else. And again, this is depending on the RSI to see like when to buy, and then it uses super trend to trail the stop loss. So and it doesn't take it takes very less trades. So this 5495 is it is not like it has taken I think maybe in a month 6 7 trades only. So that way it is doing good because the charges will be less. Uh, but currently the data is not that much where I can say whether it can be done on a bigger number of lots, or uh, it's better to execute it at 2 lots. So it is still in trial phase. Then this one was the Nifty mid cap select expiry day, as now every day is expiry day. So I've started trading into mid cap select expiry as well as Sensex expiry. Again, these strategy is based on the same logic which is there for Nifty expiry day ATM straddle. So it was executed with I think one lot only and one expiry only, so nothing much to talk about. Then these Nifty monthly and Bank Nifty monthly double ratios are there, where which mostly take a double ratio, means where you buy a near OTM CP and sell 2 lots of far OTM PEC, such that you have a credit overall. So it's kind of a Batman strategy taken at the start of the month, and if Nifty remains within range, you just get that much profit only, which is a minimal profit, like this 465, 500 kind of profit you get. But if Nifty or Bank Nifty ends in a range which is near to uh, the points where you've taken the OTMs, like if it is falling within that range, then you get some good profit. And they have a accuracy of around 95%, which means maybe in 12 months, in 1 month, we'll have a loss. So something like that. But the profits are also not that good. And then this is Bank Nifty expiry straddle entry. Again, this is I've listed in my blog. So this one I started like May June. I was not executing it. Then I started executing it, but with the MTMSL. So earlier there was no MTMSL, so sometimes it used to give higher losses, and because of that, it was becoming difficult to run and at higher lots. So I gave a MTMSL of around 500 rupees per lot to increase the lots to 10. So it gave losses only for August month. And then this other strategy which I'm executing, Bank Nifty strategy, and which is kind of a non-directional where it takes it adjusts the profit-making lag if uh, one leg becomes certain percentage of other leg and takes new position, but it takes a new position only once, so adjustment happens only once, and after that it takes a what you call is stop loss is there, where again if the premium increases it takes a stop loss. So this one also didn't do that well, and had a loss. So these are the various strategies which I was running, and how they worked. So this time, most of the strategies gave good profit. Like this 200 point, we can see like in the past it was not doing that well. In July month and in April month, it was in good loss also, and that was offsetting the profit. Like profit was very limited, if you see. So that's the details on the strategies which were executed in August month. Now coming to the expenses, so this is the August month, whatever we saw. So this is like overall profit for August month strategies. So we can see the expiry day ones, like it will have less expense, but say so yeah, result day will have a higher expense because even though they are not run at all the days, but their lot sizes will be bigger, and the brokerage will be less, but because the lot sizes are bigger for the share, the transaction charges are more, or the STT and stamp duty, those kind of charges. And this buy ones you can see again the less one. That means this indicator buy. This is the indicator buy, and then if we compare it with the range breakout buy, so you can see the difference in the charges. Means the profit is uh, three times here in case of ATM OTM2, but if we see here the charges are around 13 14 times. That's because of the number of trades. Like this is a intraday strategy, and this is just whenever some particular number of conditions are met, so the trades are very less. And then yeah, 200 point is in like all day kind of strategy, so around 4k. Means here it is again one region is it is executed in Jiroda, so that brokerage of 20 rupees per lot per leg will is also applicable. So and this ATM OTM2 is in IFL where it is 5 rupee per lot. Yeah, for Jiroda it is 20 per order. Here it is 5 rupee per lot per leg. And then this BN 100 point is kind of like you can have six entries and exit, and it is an intraday. But here you can see the uh, amount is less for that much re-entries. That's mostly because it is Finvasia based. So only the transaction charges and STT is there, stamp duty, etc. There's no brokerage involved here. And yeah, indicator buy is the brokerage is there for that one. So that's how the like Nifty OTM2 again around 3k expense because of being a intraday kind of strategy. So expiry day will have less expense as compared to so this month like overall 3 lakh 40k profit and around 29k expense in the charges and all. So that's how it comes for August month. So thanks. I hope you would get some insights from this video. Thanks.